More than 2 years ago, a death in Portland rattled the city's unhoused community. Bethany Kelley was killed, and police ruled it a homicide. Now, Kelley's family fears the unhoused population is again at risk after a decision made this week allowed her alleged killer back on the streets. Pearl Small reports.
If she loved somebody, she loved you with all her heart.
Julie Kelley lost her daughter Bethany in November of 2022. Now, she says she feels like she's losing all over again.
She got no justice. We got no justice.
Bethany was experiencing homelessness, living in Portland when her body was found. Police ruled her death a homicide, and like many in the community, her family wanted answers. More than 6 months later, they thought they found them when police arrested 46-year-old Frederick Johnson for strangling her to death.
He made advances towards her, and she rejected him. And this is why this happened.
Bethany's mom says she'd been preparing for trial until she got a phone call last week saying the state dropped the murder charge and Johnson would accept a plea deal for aggravated assault with time served.
People in Maine get more time for driving without a license, or just about as much time for driving without a license as he got for killing my daughter.
Johnson was released without probation after spending about 2 years in jail. Julie says the district attorney's office told her this decision was based on a toxicology report, opening the possibility that drugs in Bethany's system could have caused her death instead. They couldn't tell if it was because of the drugs or because of him.
Okay, but she was strangled. She was strangled. Either way, she was strangled.
The police report says Bethany's DNA was found under Johnson's fingernails, and her hemorrhaging was consistent with strangulation. However, Johnson's lawyer, Tina Nato, argues it was too subtle.
Our own expert would have testified that those could have very well come from the positioning of her body and do not confirm strangulation.
Johnson's Alford plea deal means he acknowledges the evidence could lead to a conviction, but he maintains full innocence. Nato says she believes a trial would have resulted in a full acquittal, but Johnson's immediate freedom was too tempting to reject.
And I agree, there is no justice here for Bethany Kelley, but there is also no justice in charging and pursuing a prosecution against an innocent man.
Bethany's mother argues that freedom comes at much too high a cost for the rest of a vulnerable population.
He's a danger, and they're letting a danger back onto the street to possibly hurt other women.
In Portland, Pearl Small, News Center, Maine.
We reached out to the DA's office to find out more about why the plea agreement was offered, but we have not heard back.